Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Wanda here this morning with today's tarot. Welcome, all of you who are hopping on. How is your morning or your evening? Hi, Tina. How are you, dolls? Hope you're well. What time is it where you are? What's the time frame? Stephanie, welcome. I'll just wait a little bit longer. Hi, Sue. I'm really sorry about the lateness in the transmission, but I tried to go live and for some unknown reason it wouldn't let me, and it was looking like as if I had already completed a video, but I hadn't realized that I had another program running in the background that was causing the problem. How are you all this morning? Say hello, say hi, Wanda. I'm hopping on from blah, or wherever you're hopping on from. How has your weekend been? Oops, the cards are flying out everywhere. Well, I wanted to just share with you something that I'm learning as I'm going along. Okay, so if you're on right now, you'd know about healing. Hi, everybody who's hopping on. Hello, welcome. I'm hoping that you might be able to stay for a little bit and just have a listen. That anything that you choose or that resonates with you, even without you knowing, can be the power that heals you. And what does that mean? Very often we're looking at healing as if it's like an instantaneous thing, and it can be that. For some people, it is an instantaneous healing. And when you explore that healing, like Reiki healing and Bowen healing and sound healing, what does that mean? This is what it means. Healing is shifting, right? What are you shifting? You are shifting your beliefs and you are shifting your energy. You are shifting your beliefs from, I don't know what's wrong with me, or I'm fed up with being sick, to going, well, why am I sick? What deep emotional belief is causing me to feel this in my body, right? So when you embody, when you make the decision to accept where you are right now and feel the feelings, you see, I'm only going by my own experience. It's all I can do as a human being, is go by my own experience to share with you my understandings, to help you become more aware or understand at a different level, or understand it in simpler terms or in the way that I explain it. That is why there are so many people right now explaining it their way so that you get it. And that when you get it, you go, oh, you have that aha moment. You go, now I understand. So back in the olden days, I suppose, when I was learning about healing, I believed that I had the power to heal. But actually what I was doing was I was not actually healing that person, because unless that person is giving them, who you are healing, is giving themselves permission to shift any energy, because that's all really what you're doing. When I'm doing my Reiki healing and I'm feeling the heat in my hands and I'm feeling it, and I can only feel from my perspective as a human being and an energy feeler what's going on, and I can describe it in how it felt. But if the other person is not full on willing to step into their own shifting, that won't happen. They can go to 100 healers. So what does that do? So what does Reiki, what does sound healing, what does drumming do? What it does is it shifts. It is like a little earthquake, right, in the body. It's like a little earthquake. And the person who gets it, who feels it first and goes, oh my God, that was amazing, it then shifts. It shifts then to the emotion of, oh, I feel great, right? Because that person was open, right? And then when they feel it, then they begin to believe, wow, this is something for me. And then they go on their way. It opens up their awareness. So healing is a shift. Sound healing shifts, right? Reiki healing shifts. Any kind of healing shifts if you are in a space of receiving it and if you are in the space of acceptance and allowing. Because if you're going in there going, oh, you know, you can even think nothing. You can even have like no attitude and like no idea and go into things like you might go, oh, look, I've tried this and I've tried that and I've tried this and nothing's happened. So I'm just going to do it. I might as well, you know, what you're actually saying, even though it might sound like you've sort of given up, what you're actually saying is, well, I've tried everything and I might as well give it a go. And you're not thinking anything more of it. You have no expectation of it. And so you're just going in to have this experience. And so what you're actually being, or who you're being, is you're being open. You're being open to it. And all of a sudden, the sound or the healing or the vibration or whatever it is that you do suddenly impacts your body. And you do feel that shift. Feeling the shift, my friends, is exactly what makes people think there must be something in this. Because I am telling you now, please listen to this important message. That it doesn't matter what we say anymore. Our words can be a load of gobbledygook. It doesn't even have to be articulated anymore, because it is not about what we're saying, it is not about what we're thinking, it is about our feels. How we are feeling is going to be the new currency. Our feeling, our emotional vibration is going to be our currency. And you cannot survive being on a high vibe the whole time, because you will end up adrenally fatigued. All right, so being on a high excited vibe constantly is exhausting. We have to have that high and low and reach that middle ground, because that middle ground, that middle section is where peace is. That's where peace resides. And if you are in peace, if you are feeling love for yourself, if you're feeling a deep appreciation for your life, if you are feeling that deep love and gratitude for life, you are in a state of peace. And that is one of the highest vibrations. And so that's what the Buddha talks about, right? Not Buddhism, but the Buddha talks about that. Jesus talks about that inner peace. And inside that inner peace is untold love, untold possibility, and untold compassion for yourself and for the humanity. So I hope that makes sense to you. Very, very important realization that I had, because I used to think that, you know, healing was possible, and it always is. And you don't need drugs for it. You can combine them together. I'm not saying that you should be drug-free completely and do this. Your body knows, your soul knows what is hello, Shanti. Your body knows, your feeling knows. Your body is your thermometer. Your body is that. So you work more with the body. How do I feel right now? And it's very simply, you know, put your hand on, I put my hand on my tummy, you know, like just on the belly button, what they call the hara or the sacral. And because that's called sort of like the second brain. And that's where I put my hands. I close my eyes and I go, okay, you know, how am I going to serve today, soul? What would you like me to do? And sometimes I don't get those answers straight away. It's not like my soul goes, oh, good morning, Wanda, how are you? Or what's the agenda for you today? Let's make sure that, you do this, this, and this. It doesn't sound like that, Sometimes I get nothing, and it's okay. So I just go about my day, making sure that I'm staying in a state of inner peace, of calmness. Because as soon as I go out of whack with my lack of calm, I'm off, and I go back to the monkeys in Ubud, and there I am listening to their chatter, and I don't want that. I can't work with my soul energy, my best frequency, my best vibration, if I'm not in a space of allowing. I hope that has helped. But every moment you can choose to heal yourself, every moment, and that is by just allowing yourself to shift. How can I shift that? And then when you put your hands there, I remembered when I was learning to heal, and I would be sort of, I would put my hands on just above the person's body at the Reiki, and I would close my eyes and I'd go, how can I best serve this client today? What is it that they need from me? And I usually start in the middle. I can't start from the head if I feel I need to be at the feet. And if I'm, for example, above their heart chakra, working there, and I feel I have to go to the knee, and it's not mine to question. If I feel that, I do it. That is simple, because our body is like a Richter scale. It is like a thermometer, okay? And the chakras are like those thermometers, and they go across and behind, and it's an energy. And we have these energy wheels, and so therefore that is in the physical, right? And if I put my hands there, it might mean that somewhere in that space there is a stuckness. It's stuck, right? And if the person has come for a healing, they know they're stuck, but they don't know how to shift it. They don't know how to shift it, right? Right, hop on the table. Sometimes in massage, that helps shift, because our body is our Geiger counter. Our body is our temple. And only over the last few days, my body has been saying this to me, like, right, Wanda, no more carbs for you for the next, no more carbs, no more. And I'm going, oh, no more carbs. So, okay, if I'm not allowed to eat, if you don't want me eating carbs, what do you want me eating then? Okay, greens, everything green and protein. Oh, okay. So I said to my husband, right, new shopping list this week, everything green. And he goes, why? I said, because no carbs. And then I didn't listen. And I had like a bun, and bun is carb. And I felt really ick after it. I started to have like a bit of carb today, and I felt very icky about it. Anyway, I don't want to ramble on so much, but those of you who are just hopping on, you want to listen to the replay about what I'm talking about when I'm talking about healing. No one can heal you outside yourself. You are the healer. You make the decision. Okay, that's what I'm basically talking about today. Okay, now, how may I best serve you? Oh yeah, really good, Shanti. I'm detoxing too, detoxing with greens. Just listening at every moment. And if my soul, or if my soul says, right, enough sitting in front of the computer, go do something, I do it. I listen. And so a lot of the time I didn't listen, not simply because I thought, oh, I have to get this done, I have to get that done, I have to do this, I have to do that, and then my whole life, my whole day becomes one disorganized mess. Does that make sense? So I'm not doing that anymore to myself. It's not worth it. And there goes my phone. Hang on a sec, I just turned it off. Okay, so what is today? Today's card is the Seven of Cups. All right, the Seven of Cups again is about the emotion. And this is a beautiful card. I absolutely love it. The Seven of Hearts is also a time card, which tells me that whatever you've got in the pipeline, whatever you're working towards, whatever you are wanting, whatever you have that desire in your life, that it is coming to you. There is a message coming to you about this. It is a project that will serve you in your highest good. Whatever it is you're thinking about or already implementing now is powerfully important. Now you see the picture there of the 7. The 7 is the number of connecting yourself to the God force, to the universe, connecting to that spiritual, that divine essence that makes you you, right? So in this card, the 7 of Cups, the guy's sitting there and he's looking in the water. Now he's looking a bit miserable too, because he's looking at what he doesn't have. He's looking at what he wishes he had, right? Because these are all just shadows. They're the reflections of what he wishes he has. And he's not even looking right near his leg there. See that? That's in concrete. That's in his reality. Does that make sense? And so he's thinking to himself, oh, I don't have this, and I don't have a relationship, and that I don't have all my ducks in a row, and I'm feeling like shit today, and my boss is crap, and all sorts of things. And yet he's not really looking at what he does have. And that is called gratitude, right? Gratitude and acknowledgement and appreciation for where you are right now, right? Are you grateful you've got a roof over your head? Are you grateful you have your health? Are you grateful you've got food in the fridge? Are you grateful you've got money in the bank? You may not have the lifestyle that you want right now. That might be a dream of yours. But gratitude is the key to everything. Being grateful and acknowledging other people. You know, if you're in a space of blame, that won't help you at all. But even acknowledging people for the little things that they do, that is really important. Why do you do that? Because that uplifts them too, even if they do something small. Thank you so much. That helped me today. I really appreciate it, right? So that's very, very important. And doing that for yourself as well, and looking to see what you have. Focusing, what you focus on expands. And what you're negative about also expands. And what does that mean? If you focus on negativity, you're going to get more. If you focus on the beautiful things in life that you have in your life right now, even though you're not where you are right now, and appreciating and acknowledging your journey right now, no matter what you've been through, that number 1 cup still standing there, the 6th cup, is what's going to expand, and you will see your own light, your own healing, your own healing of love for yourself expand. And that is where the shift happens, you see. So that is the 7 of Hearts for today. Now, who am I going to read for? Let us have a look. Let us have a look. Oh, I've got somebody on. Cara with a C. Cara Isabel. I don't know whether you've been on, but your name is at the top. You might have gone, but it doesn't matter, because we all know whatever's for Cara is for us too. Here is the angel card for today. Yes, yeah, look, you know, like our old relationships, you know if they're, and it doesn't mean you have to chop them off in your life. And I know there are toxic people. When you start doing this work, there are people in your life, and when I say toxic, I don't mean bad, like that person's bad, but what I do mean is that a toxic person is stuck. And so because they're so sad, and because they don't know how to help themselves, and because they won't listen, and because they're being such a fathead and ignorant, and they're pushing their shit, you know, it feels like they're pushing their shit on you. You sometimes feel you can't be in that space anymore, and that's when you take a step back, because you start to align yourself with a different energy, right? That person is either going to wake up or they won't. They'll either choose it or they don't. And sometimes that's where we have to leave people behind, because their mindset is no longer similar, because your mindset will determine what energy you become. And once we're aware of that, we can all shift, right? Because we are really living now in our bodies. Our emotions are our Geiger counter. You know, our emotional intelligence is now becoming the new intelligence, not intelligence of the mind, intelligence of the heart. Okay, for Kara. Angels of choice. Right, Kara, I don't know what's going on for you right now, but your card for today is saying you have the power to choose. Now, number one, you have the power to choose what you want. You have the power to choose to make the decision that you need to make. Stop leaving it for everybody else if that's what you're doing. And if you're going, oh, I don't know what to choose. Well, you do know what to choose. All right. And it's not like you can have, you know, either choose chocolate or vanilla. Have them both. Have them both. Right? Have them both. Go in a positive direction, in love and in your life. So here it is. You see, you've got the compass point there. The next step that you make is going to be the most important step that you take, because it's going to redirect your life, knowing that you've got choice. And even in, you know, every moment we have choice, don't we? I'm going to choose to feel shitty today. I'm going to choose to feel angry. And it doesn't mean, oh my God, I'm feeling angry. Right, you're not supposed to feel angry. If you're feeling shitty, go like this. Right, I'm feeling shitty. Okay, and I'm feeling shitty, and I'm feeling it in my heart, or I'm feeling it in my stomach, or I'm feeling it in my head. And breathe through it. That's all you need to do, is be very present to that emotion. Go and give it space. You know, go, okay. You don't need to throw it on anybody, because that's what people do. You bottle it up. You bottle up that shit, and then you throw it at someone later on. Whereas if you just sit with it, give it some space. Yeah, I'm feeling shitty. I'm feeling shitty about what that person said. I'm angry about it. How dare they treat me like that? I don't deserve this. That could be the things that's going on in your head. They go in my head like that sometimes when I'm angry, and then I go like this. Just give it space. So it helps for me to close my eyes, because when I close my eyes, I can focus on it. And when I'm focusing on it, I'm just watching it and giving it space to do its thing. And then when I'm closing my eyes like this, and I'm just, and then eventually that anger just goes, and it goes away like that. And then you go, oh, okay, done. Now, if you work that way, your husband or your daughter or your son or your children or your friend is not going to be the one that's going to receive that shit because you didn't deal with it. Does that make sense? So when you do feel shitty and negative and going, oh, I'm feeling anxious, okay. Oh, there we are, anxiety. You're right here, right now. And just sit with it. Give it space. Give it space to do its thing. And don't focus on what your head's saying. Focus on where it's feeling, where you're feeling the pain, where you're feeling the upset, or where you're feeling the anxiety. And if you just go into it and feel it and just watch it, you know, we're such creative people. We can imagine it to be a monster and the monster shrinks, or we can imagine it to be a big jelly bean and that shrinks until it becomes nothing. And then you know when it's past. And that way, no one else gets your shit because you've dealt with it. Does that make sense? Okay, so the cards for today are stop worrying about what you don't have and focus on what you do have. Gratitude. And something new coming up for you that you've done is yet to be born. Okay? And there's this card here of choices. Guys, I hope that's helped. I'm going to be on Wednesday morning, not Tuesday, not tomorrow. I won't be on tomorrow. So these are your cards for the next few days. And when I'm on Wednesday, it's going to be Q&A. So if you want a card reading reading. It's a one question, and it's about you, and it's not about anybody else. Okay, I will not read if you go, oh, will my husband get his job? No, it has to be about you. You worry about you. I'm focused on helping you because you're on. I hope that makes sense. If you want a personal reading, by all means, I have got no time for the next few weeks, but will be starting my September readings, and I'll be having a special price for all of you. Okay, so by all means, get ready for that. I will advertise it on my personal page and on my business page, which is Wanda Helena. So guys, I hope that's helped. Tap replay if you're watching the replay. By all means do that. Let me know if you've understood that. And if you feel that this video has been helpful to you, maybe you can share it with some friends of yours who you feel might get something from it. And in the meantime, guys, have a beautiful next 2 days, and I'll be with you again on Wednesday, simply because I've got a super busy week coming up. So hello everybody who's hopped on, welcome. I love you. Have a great day and enjoy it. Okay, so how can you best serve today? Are you being your best serve? And if you want a reading from me, like I said, personal message me. Please don't leave it in the feed, because sometimes I don't get a chance to get back to it, and I do make an effort to do that, and sometimes I miss it. So if you just personal message me, it's much better. I get a clear connection with you, and then we can go from there. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye for now. Bye.